Live from the Emerald City, it's a Dish with Deeva Show. Here she is, the one and only K-Cee Diva.
Hey, peeps, it's your girl K-Cee Diva here. Welcome to another edition of Dish with Diva. I hope you all are doing well and staying warm, staying safe, wearing your mask because we are not out of the woods yet, so don't get comfortable. Anyway, I'm here and I was telling my guests that, I went to the eye doctor today. We all got to get our peepers checked and my eyes are a little dilated. So I hope I don't look cross-eyed. I look okay, Austin? All right. I'm excited about my guest today because I've had him on before. What I've done, Northwest, if you were back with me when I did Northwest Connection, Rainier Avenue, shout out to my peeps there. Gosh, I think I had Austin on the show initially the first time. It's been probably about 3 years. And we're excited to have him back. Austin Giovanni, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing good. Great. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to sit down and talk with you today. And
right on.
Catch up. It's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been a while. So I always like to tell people how I meet folks, and I love this story because I've had a chance to see you grow in the 3 years that I actually met you initially. So when I was doing my show, the Rainier Avenue Radio, we met at Big Day of Play. And Big Day of Play is something that they did every year, before COVID, unfortunately, but it was at Rainier Playfield and in Columbia City. And the whole place was just like a big playground. They have bouncy things and slides and stuff for kids and giveaways, and they had a stage where they had performers, everyone from dancers, singers, spoken word and so on. It was just a lot of fun. And so had a chance to go there my first time actually during the Big Day of Play. And I remember this vividly. We were on a break and I, heard some singing and so on or whatever. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I see these teenager girls running past me towards the stage. I'm like, wait, what am I missing? Let me turn around and see. And there was Austin, doing his thing, dancing, singing. And these little girls were enamored. It was the cutest thing. And I was like, I think I need to get him on my show. So I ended up talking to your manager. And, I had to figure out who she was and someone pointed her out and then I had you on the show and the rest is history. So that was fun. It's been awesome to see you grow, in that time and to become the superstar that you are.
Thank you.
So now let's tell you. So you're born and raised Seattle. You went to Garfield High School, right?
Yeah, went to Garfield
High School. So now, remind me, how long have you been doing the singing? You started pretty early on, right?
I've been I really been singing my whole life. My mom and dad, I grew up in the church. My dad plays the guitar and they played in a band, and my mom sings and my grandmother sings, and they were in a group with my mom was in a group with my aunties and so I've been around it my whole life. And I think maybe when I actually around the time when you met me around Big Day of Play was actually when I had just started coming out. I don't even think I had released a song officially. I was just performing. So that was around the time when I began to start releasing music and actually taking it seriously, and considering myself to be an artist as in the outside world, as opposed to just holding on to music and just making it in the house and listening around the house. So
now, was that your first public performance?
That might have been number, I don't know, 4, maybe number 4. Okay. I opened up my very first performance. I opened up for Bobby Valentino at the Hard Rock Cafe. Yeah, that was my very first performance. I was so nervous. I was so nervous. Yeah, that was my very first one. And then I did I think if I remember correctly, I think Big Day of Play is towards the end of the summer. So I'd already did
Yeah.
like Emoja Fest and some other local festivals and stuff like that, and like
Mhm.
different open mics and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wow. I didn't know you opened for Bobby Valentino. That's pretty cool. That's a major star right
Yeah.
there. So for
That
you to
was that
be
was
like,
that was that was a good
yeah,
experience, a great
in
experience.
the beginning, yeah, the beginning of your career to be able to do that. Um, how did that come about?
Well, actually, I think one of my sister's friends knew the promoter,
Mhm.
and he actually had a set. He actually had a set and gave me half of his set.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he had a
That's
hour set and gave me like maybe like 15 minutes or 20 minutes out of his set.
that's
Yeah,
that's very cool. Very cool of
yeah,
him. I'm
yeah.
impressed.
Bless him.
I'm impressed.
Yeah,
Yes, right on, right on. All right, so Bobby Valentino, and then you did a couple videos, uh, and then this weird COVID thing hit
right,
that just kind of put any and everything, any kind of business you were doing, whether it was hair, whether it was music, whether it was basketball, I mean, literally
right.
everything came to a screeching halt. And we were in fear for our lives, like, the air that we breathe could be deadly kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
um, do you remember like, what was that like? Like, do you remember what you were doing when you realized like, well, this is serious. Like, I can't go into the studio anymore. I can't shoot videos right now, and so on.
Yeah,
Do you remember how
for
that
me.
impacted you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, just talk a little bit like how that impacted you.
Yeah, for me it was difficult at first because you really didn't know what it was. That was just scary off the bat. And then I think I
Hmm.
didn't leave the house for maybe like 3 or 4 weeks. Like literally, like I didn't even go outside to my backyard.
Yeah.
And then the first time I actually went out was to the grocery store, and there was no cars. Like I was like, it looked like some I Am Legend, type stuff where it's just nobody outside. There's two people at the grocery store, and one of them is the clerk.
Yeah.
Like.
Right. Right.
um, but yeah, the beginning was
Crazy.
scary, but
Hmm.
eventually, I kind of got to fill it out. We ended
Hmm.
up doing a bunch of stuff with our backyard. We built like a bunch of projects just to try to keep our self busy. We made
Sure.
a movie area in our backyard with like a pergola
Oh,
and like that, and then we like got into gardening. We got a
nice.
whole garden and was growing food and like tomatoes and squash
Hmm.
and jalapeno, just all kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Lettuce. So yeah, we just try to keep ourselves busy with anything.
I
And
know that's
on
right.
top of
And, and
that, like
and
you said, go ahead.
oh, you kind of it got a little wonky there. No, I was just laughing when you said gardening. I'm like, yeah, because no one wanted to eat anywhere. It's
No,
like, grow
no,
your own
yeah,
food.
we gotta started growing food and everything. I actually took the time to actually finish my home studio, so that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
It's not completely finished, but it's like a little shed I have in my backyard that I'm able to use regardless of what's going on outside. So at the time, it was difficult to get in the studios and stuff like that. Um,
Hmm.
Even though I had kind of been recording myself, but I hadn't really had a home studio completely. But
Hmm.
that kind of gave me that time to put into that and really take it seriously. And now I have my own space.
I love that. That's wonderful. And the one thing, if there's any plus about this whole thing, is as I've talked to different people, even on the show, other artists, it's forced people to really get creative, right? Like creative about your space and where you do things, how you do things.
Definitely.
Just still be. I think initially, like it all hit us so hard and fast, and almost like you said, I Am Legend moment. Like this, you're kind of like, this is
Yeah.
unbelievable. Like, what is going on? And then once it sunk in, people realize, okay, well, I still need to do my craft. So how can I do it and still be, be safe and keep my family safe? So yeah, congrats on the shed. I love that. You're a little musical hideaway.
Right. Yeah. Come out here and close off the world. It's perfect too. It's a perfect space, perfect size, just for what I need.
Nice. Right on. Well, speaking of getting away and focusing on music, you have some new music out. As we were talking a little bit earlier, I heard the music before I realized it was you, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, yeah, that's fine. And I was like, wait, that's Austin. I was like, let me give him a shout and see if he'll come on and chat with me. So talk a little bit about the new music and, how long did it take you to create and the whole nine?
Yeah. So the music that I have out now is an EP called Revenue, and it has 2 songs on it. One is called Stack It Up, and the other song is also called Revenue. And the music came about. Revenue is actually an older song. If you listen to the words, I say something about me being 22. That was when I recorded it. I'm actually 24 now. So yeah, it's at least 2 years old, the actual song. But when I decided to put it together, I wanted to make sure I did it with the video, and the actual video came about because during the pandemic again, we were just trying to figure out more stuff to do, and I'd only had out 1 music video at the time, and we always wanted to be able to shoot music videos ourselves, and those are the first 2 videos that we released that we've actually done ourselves.
Okay.
And yeah, so we shot the videos. TaylorMade Productions is my video company. It's also my record label, but the video company is within the record label. And yeah, we shot that from beginning to end. I actually edited everything. We came up with a plan for the shots and went out and executed everything.
That is awesome. Look at you. Now you add a video editor onto your resume in addition to
director, editor,
I love
all of that. Actor, artist, singer, producer, engineer, everything. Yes, that's the goal.
How long did it take you to shoot the video? Once you got the concept down and all of that, like, did that go pretty fast?
It was a process. I would say I shot the majority of it within maybe a week or 2 weeks. Just maybe like doing an hour each day or 2 hours here and 2 hours there.
Okay.
And then I would get the shot, and then I would go put it, in the project and add it to where I wanted it. And then, I would kind of look at what I had and, the different spaces I had to fill up in the video, and would think of new stuff to put there. So for that, for Revenue, that's how I did that. For Stack It Up, we shot that music video in 1 day. And that's actually my son. If you watch that, that's my son, Joshua.
Is it? Okay. Right on. That's kind of cool to be able to do.
And he was 8 years old when we recorded that.
He was 8 when you recorded that? I love projects where you can actually incorporate the family. I think that's really cool, where you can, bring in the family members, and that's always fun.
Definitely.
Do you think
it was exciting. It was, like I said, it was something for us to all, chip in on different ideas and sit around the table, and it was kind of just like something for us to do, and it turned out that we liked it.
I love it. Well, so I have the song actually, the song Revenue, and I'm gonna play just a little snippet of it so people can get a taste of what you've been working on, and can get a little shoulder shaking moment like I had when I listened to it. Yep. All right, I'm gonna play it here. Just a moment.
A perfect mix between a lit and one equipment that's legit. I got billions on my mind to raise my kids and rep this shit. I had some doubts about my time, but this is it, yeah, this is it. You can't nobody dim my light, yeah. A perfect mix between misfit and follow trends. And I admit, never counterfeit, no hypocrite. Please understand that I pray for this. Don't never get caught all in that hype. Everybody go left, well I go right. If you don't mind me, better grab your seat. About to kill this beat if it's something like it. Then pause it, rewind it, something or forever. Just hold your peace, chish. Man, when they let this monster up off the leash. Well, it's been about 22 years, 1 month, and a couple of weeks. I've been on my grind while the mother's been asleep. I just keep it 100 like a centipede.
All right, so that's just a little teaser for you guys. I wanted to put the whole video in there, but it only allowed me a certain amount of time, so I had to be creative.
Okay.
But if they want to see the video, it's on YouTube. Yeah. Now, so what was your inspiration behind? I mean, obviously, in both songs, you're talking about money, stacks, revenue. Was there a specific motive behind it, or just kind of came to your mind one day, or?
Yeah, I think for me, there's a running joke in the house that I call myself a rapper, and everybody's like, nah, you're not really, stick to singing or stuff like that. So for me, it was kind of my rap moment. You know what I'm saying? Where I could do all the stuff that I wouldn't regularly do as an artist. Where I could, have, if you look at the video, I got stacks of money up to my ear. I got a grill on and just all the stuff that you wouldn't normally associate with Austin Giovanni. You know what I'm saying? And, raining money around me and just all that type of stuff. I think those visuals, it just gave me an opportunity to show that I can do something else, but I have different lanes that I can go down as an artist. The motivation behind it, I mean, it was basically that, I made the song, like I said, a couple years ago, and it kind of grew on everybody. At first, I didn't really know what to think about it, and it grew on everybody in the house. I always run my music. I call them my, quality control. Everything I make, I just send it through the house, and whatever comes out, whatever comes out in the back end is that. That's what I put out. So, yeah, it was a mixture of me getting my rap moment. And I don't know, just having fun, really.
Yeah, that's what's up. I love the fact, you're versatile, and then that way you don't get like kind of lumped in one category always. You're showing like all sides of the performer that you are, and I think that's so important, to have that versatility. For sure. And I think it's awesome to have your family as quality control. I love that.
Yeah, I gotta send everything through the house. Whatever, some people might like, oh no, that's not the one. No, please don't ever show us that again. And I'm like, okay, I know that's not good. We're not putting that out. We're gonna put that one in the back, all the way in the back. We're not bringing that to the front nowhere.
Right. Well, so what's next? We've got the 2 new songs out. Are you already looking ahead, or are you just gonna kind of sit back and take a little breather for a minute?
No, we're going full, full. I don't know, what do they call it? We're going ahead full steam. Is that what it is? Or we're gonna hit the ground running. Yeah, full steam ahead. So, we have my next EP, which is going to be 2 songs, is coming on the way. It's called Self-Conscious. I actually think when we met with you last time, I think we showed you that song.
I feel, yes, you did. Yes.
Yeah, we showed you one that was kind of like a pop beat, and then there was another one that was more mellow. Yeah, that's coming on the way. It's called Self-Conscious, and there's another song that's going to be attached with it called Mirror. So we don't have an official date, but we're probably looking at somewhere mid-March, maybe somewhere around there. But we're definitely going to be having some more stuff on the way, for sure. Self-Conscious soon. Yep, we have a music video for Self-Conscious, and I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys to see what we've been working on.
I'm excited too, and I'm so glad. It's so good to see that that you haven't let this whole craziness stop you. You know, you're still doing the music and you know, being creative and because you know, as I've told some of my other guests, you know, we need that. We need escapism. And for a lot of people, music is like an escape, you know, just to sit
Right.
back and chill and you know, have a drink and listen to some good tunes or, you know, lift your mood or whatever, you know. So
Right.
it's just so important that you know that we have, you know, you artists such as yourself that are, you know, putting music out and then of course we want to support you as well because you're not able to go and do the live venues and, you know, things of that nature. Where can
Right.
people download the music?
Oh, Revenue is out everywhere. Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, iTunes, SoundCloud, just anywhere that they stream music. That's where it's at.
All right, right on. And if they want to follow you, you want to give them your social
Austin,
media?
yeah, Austin Giovanni on all social media platforms. It's AustinGiavanni. Give me a subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. Yeah, and join the journey. We about to, you know, get it going. So you don't want to miss out. You know, I promise
You don't want to miss out.
it's gonna be worth it.
I love it. I love it. Well, it's so good to catch up with you, and thanks for spending a few moments with me. And you know, keep doing what you're doing, and we'll definitely we'll be talking to you again. And looking forward to more new music.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me, K-Cee, and looking forward to
Uh,
talking to you again whenever that may be.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. And thank you, peeps, for tuning in. Another edition of Dish with Diva, where I get up close and personal with real people. And hope you enjoyed the show. Join me next week. Now, next week is first Thursday, so you know what that means. It'll be Northwest Connection. My homegirl, Princess Robin, is joining me. Anthony Adams, K-Cee, Kurt Clayton. We're going to talk about all the entertainment stories. You know what I heard today, Austin? I don't know if you heard this. Somebody shot Lady Gaga's dog walker and stole two of her dogs. Did you hear that?
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Is that not the craziest thing?
That's
I heard it and I was
that's
like,
insane.
wait a minute. I had to
Aside
rewind
from
the story.
the
Yeah.
world's crazy aside from the pandemic already, right?
Oh my goodness. I'm like, what people have lost their minds. Like, what
Yeah,
is going on? And apparently she just, and I just saw this right before you and I got on. She just she's offering like a $500,000 reward if
wow.
somebody, you know, will turn in, you know, find this person and turn in the
I
dog.
hope
Luckily
the dog walker's okay.
yes, the dog walker's okay.
Right,
You
good.
know, luckily, but it was horrible because they played the someone had surveillance, you know, and you could see the whole thing play out. And it was terrifying, you know. And I was just like, my goodness, now we're resorting to shooting people and taking dogs. Like, so
Hey,
anyway,
stay safe out there, y'all, man. Wear a mask.
yeah, right. Wear your mask. Look
Right.
over your shoulder. I mean,
And be
just
aware.
come on.
Right.
Be aware. Be aware of your
Man, it's
surroundings.
crazy.
Yeah. All right. So we'll talk about all these stories and more next week. Northwest Nightcap, 8 p.m. You know, same. Be sure to go to subscribe and like my YouTube channel, K-Cee Deeva Shows. Follow me on IG, MZ K-Cee Diva, and I'm on Facebook, of course, K-Cee Diva and Dish with Diva as well. Also on my Twitter at K-Cee Diva Show. So I'm on all the platforms. No excuse. All right, peeps. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to leave you with this. All right. Thanks, baby bro, for the theme music. And Austin, I will talk to you again soon.
All right, see you later.